This is W2WLD Upstate New York, net control for the Air Forces Flyers Club net, which will begin at the top of the hour in about 10 minutes. Whiskey 2 Whiskey, Lima Delta. Good morning, Frank. Nice signal in upstate New York. W2WLD.
You're booming into Texas, Frank. W4PUO.
Yeah, it's kind of noisy down here, but I'm pulling you out of sight. You're giving me almost an S7, so you got me.
Okay, that was an S8 just then, so no problem. W2WLD.
W2WLD, K4YDB. You sound great here in Belton, Texas this morning. Good to hear you, Bill.
Yeah, good morning, Willie. I've got you on the local, above the noise, not real strong, but it should work. W2WLD.
Well, if nothing else, we're both making the SDRs. Thanks for being here this morning. I'll be standing by. KJ5BWB. All right, awesome. I just talked to Uncle Cliff. He wanted me to convey his hellos and 7-3s and wish everybody a happy 4th. He's sick on that new truck of his, but he hadn't done it yet. So 7-3s from W5PIX.
Okay, thank you for passing that along. Of course, if you please return the favor. W2WLD.
Roger, roger, sir.
Well, that was Willie giving me a call saying that he had heard from Cliff, and Cliff wanted to pass along a happy 4th to everybody. Over.
Okay, QSL, real good. W86LJS, standing by for the Flyers.
This is W2WLD, Upstate New York. Net control for the Air Forces Flyers Club net, which begins on this frequency at the top of the hour. W2WLD.
WA6LJSN5BE. I'm logged on to NetLogger, John.
Yeah, Lee.
You hit your VFO there, Lee. K1BOB.
Yeah, I just saw that. I got it locked down now, Bill.
Excellent.
WA6LJSN5BE.
Yeah, go ahead, Lee, WA6LJS.
Yeah, I'm logged on now, John, but I've had a brain freeze. How do I move somebody up?
You just click on it, and then hold the key down and drag it up, and then release it wherever you want the station to be.
Ah, okay. Is that right click?
I think it's left click for me.
Well, maybe it's left click. We're both west of the Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, give it a try. See what happens.
Depends on which hand you're using.
Well, I may have difficulty there, Bill. Okay, we'll see how she rolls. John, stand by my shoulder and tap on it when I do a boo-boo.
Roger, roger. I'll stand by, and if I see you miss something, I'll fill it in.
Hey, John, I'm real sorry about yesterday. I've tried to schedule things in the afternoon, not to interfere, but today's been, this week has not been successful.
Roger, roger. That's good, yeah. I had fun yesterday, and then that, Mike wasn't there, or he had to go. I guess he was there for a few minutes, and then we had the radar messing me up, and got phone call, and everything was going crazy.
I have a new admiration for all of you guys who do this. I honestly do. I'm humbled.
Well, it's pretty good once you get the hang of it, but there's still a number of things that Mike has got to teach me, because I have some strange problems. Certain stations come up all coded red all the time, and I can kill it, but they come back, and I still haven't figured out how to fix that.
Yeah, he told me about that. Okay, N5B standing by for the net.
WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers net, top of the hour.
N5BE, W2WLD.
W2WLD, N5BE. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, you'll notice as I go down the list, I may have a couple that are slightly out of position with what John entered. Don't worry about it. Don't try to correct it, okay?
I'm sorry, Bill. I didn't get the last half of that. You got wiped out.
Yeah, I said don't worry about it. I have a couple that are not in the exact same position that John had them in, but it's not a problem, okay?
Understood.
W2WLD, K1BOB.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, there's a guy working on 288, 13 colonies out of Massachusetts. I just talked to him and asked him to move around down a couple of KC. He's getting some real strong stations coming in, though, that are getting right up into our frequency. K1BOB.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Obviously, he's too close. I never heard him when I called, but I do know that people were responding to him. Thank you, Bob. Very good. W2WLD.
Good signal this morning, Bob. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Ditto, Joe. K1BOB. Standing by for the net.
Good morning.
K4YDB, standing
This
by
is
for
Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta. Net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club, an association of members and veterans of the military air services from all branches of the armed forces. Our membership includes air crew, ground crew, missile crew, air traffic control, and all aviation support personnel. Our net meets on this frequency at 1500 Zulu every day of the year. Our purpose is to promote fellowship among radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the missions of our air forces. If you want more information about us, please check out our website, airforcesflyersclub.org. One more time, airforcesflyersclub.org. Our net format is to establish a list using a variety of sources such as direct check-ins, NetLogger. We have a conference note on Echolink, AFFC, and websites like Utah number 2, WebSDR site. This is a control net, but you do not have to be a member or be associated with either the military or aviation to check in. To contact net control, initially please use one of the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as appropriate. Once the list is established, we'll go down the list for comments. We do like to limit those to about 2 minutes. Time remaining, we'll go back down the list a second time for a 73 round. If you wish to be a short timer, please let me know so that we can put you near the top of the list. My name is Bill, Bravo India Lima Lima, located in upstate New York near the capital, Albany. And again, my call sign is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta. Break. Okay, as I said in the intro, we've established a list with a variety of sources. I'll go down that list before I see if there are any additional check-ins. We have John, W7AJN, have Brian, WB5DRI. We have Harold, who's a guest today, November 9 Papa Tango uniform. We have Steve, King Queen 4 Hotel Juliet November. Good morning, Steve. We have our Commander Bob, K4YDB. John started up the NetLogger for us this morning. Thank you, John, WA6LJS. We have Joe, W5ABI. We have Lee, who I believe has taken control, wrested it away from John of NetLogger. Thank you, Lee. We have another Lee, W4PUO. I heard Willie this morning, KJ5BWB. We have Ray in New Jersey, WB2JJO. We have Charlie, K4YDB, who's also running a live stream of our net on YouTube. If you're interested, go to YouTube, put in his call sign as a search, Kilo 4, Yankee Delta Bravo, and it will pop up for you. Listening to us this morning is Chris, KS5KY. Good morning to you, Chris. We have Jim, W6WAY. Good morning, Jim. We have Russ. Haven't had him on for a while. Kilo 8, Alpha Foxtrot. And also Frank, N4GYY, break. I took a quick glance at NetLogger. I don't see any additional stations. First of all, of the list that I read, does anyone wish to be a short timer? Call now. Nothing heard. Are there any other check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club? Call now.
K4YDB, we have K0ZNC. Don just popped up. Put him at the top of the list there, John, if you would.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Did I hear someone else trying to check in? Come again?
Might need a relay. KB7LHK, Justin in Ogden, Utah.
You're in the noise. Did anyone hear that station?
It's Justin.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Justin. We've got you on the list. John, WA6LJS, a call from California, please.
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Wednesday morning Air Force Flyers net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now.
KI7WW.
I heard a KI7. Did you hear that, Bill?
Yeah, was that Kilo India 7 Hotel Sierra Whiskey? Over.
Correct.
Name, please.
Yep.
Good morning, Jim. You going to stay with us today for the net, or you just saying hello? Over.
Oh, well, hang in there. Seems like something to do.
Okay, very good. It is something to do. Welcome aboard. That was it. Let's see. I know. We've got another strong antenna station from Texas. Brian, WB5DRI, would you please put out a call?
Wilco, Bill. This is Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Romeo India, relaying for net control. We're looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Members or guests, please call now.
KB0LTT Mobile.
Just one, Bill. KB0LTT Mobile. I think that's Larry. Back to net.
Okay, very good. Mobile, we'll put him toward the top of the list. KB0 Lima Tango Tango. Good morning. I did not hear him, so I'll need your help, I think, Brian, bringing him in when we call on him. Okay, one more time. Any check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club? Call now. Okay, nothing heard for the question of the day. This is a little wonky for the U.S. Navy, but we'll see how it works. What do the following U.S. Navy carrier-based aircraft have in common? One more time. What do the following U.S. Navy carrier-based aircraft have in common? The SBD Douglas Dauntless, also known as the A-24 Banshee. The SBD Douglas Dauntless, also known as the A-24 Banshee. The Brewster F-2A Buffalo. The Brewster F-2A Buffalo. And the third aircraft is the Douglas A-4 Skyhawk. The Douglas A-4 Skyhawk. I'm going to read off four answers here, and we're looking for what these three aircraft have in common. Alpha, all were armed with machine guns. Alpha, all were armed with machine guns. Bravo, all were designated, at least partially, as fighter aircraft. All were designated as fighter aircraft. Charlie, none had folding wings. Charlie, none had folding wings. And Delta, all were used by both the Navy and the Marine Corps. Delta, all were used by both the Navy and the Marine Corps. Does anyone want anything gone over from that question? Come now.
Yes, the original question.
Okay, I should mention that question is on the live stream that Charlie has up there. Again, K4YDB. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Don, if you will, Bob. K1BOB, would you please bring in K0ZNC? Good morning, Don.
Welcome, Bill. K1BOB, and go ahead, K0ZNC. You're up, Don.
Hey, real fine. Thank you, Bob. And thank you, Bill, for bringing me in early. I appreciate it. This is K0ZNC, Don in Longmont, Colorado. Good morning to all flyers. Well, we've got a nice day brewing out there today. It's currently 70 degrees. The high, weatherman said, is going to be 91 degrees. Not quite as hot as it has been. Getting close to it, though. It's been hovering around south of that, however. Let's see, over to the question. I actually have no idea. I'm going to say, I'm just going to make a swag. You all know what a swag is. I'm going to say none had folding wings. I have no idea. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But put me down for none had folding wings. Let's see. I had a really nice dinner the other day with my two sons and their wives. Enjoyed that. Forgot to mention it. Let's see, we went to a barbecue place called Smokin' Dave's. Dale has been there with me a time or two. So, Dale, you know where Smokin' Dave's is. Don't have anything else to add. Give me a shout on the 73 round. I may or may not be here. Chances are probably, I'm going to say pretty good that I will be here. So anyway, with that, we'll turn it back to you, Bill. Thanks again to you and Bob for getting me on the HF side of the operation here. W2WLD via K1BOB, K0ZNC. I'll be standing by.
K1BOB, back to net.
Okay, great. Solid copy. That was really, really nice to listen to. And we got your answer as Charlie Don. Very good. I see Mike is in as a short timer, so we'll go to him next. WW5ENZ, W2WLD. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, W2WLD, WW5ENZ. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Yeah, I'm a short timer, but I'm really, really short, so I'm just going to, I just needed to make sure my equipment still works. And I got my workshop all over the backyard, and I'm trying to get it before the heat of the day because I got to rearrange everything. And the XYL wants me to put a group of stuff out on the curb for a big junk pickup, and you know, I'm having trouble letting go of all this stuff that I think I might need someday. But you know, I don't think I need a drywall hanger or anything like that because I'm probably not going to ever do that again. So I'm going through everything, but I just wanted to break in, say hi, and just say, Lee, doing a great job, and hang in there. And text me if you need something, question, or anytime, anywhere. And I'm going to pass on the question because that thing is too long. I can't even understand it. No, I'm just kidding, Bill. But I just won't have time to even see the end. So just give me a pass on the question, and I'll try and catch up with everybody a little bit later in the week. And K1BOB, I could use one of those questions because I'm taking off Sunday again for this time I'm going down to Lake Murray. And then so I could use a question sometime in there, but I'm going to be trying to still do my Friday morning stuff. So everybody have a great week and a happy 4th of July. Be great. Everybody get fireworks out tomorrow if they're legal. Whatever, even if they're not legal. Anyway, take care, everybody, and I'm going to say 73s, and all have a happy holiday, and we'll try and catch up with you as soon as I can next. WW5ENZ, 73, everybody, and turning it back to W2WLD.
Yeah, very fine, Mike. Boy, you sound like a busy guy. And happy holiday, happy 4th of July to you and your family there, Mike. Glad you made it in there. Let's try our mobile. Let's see. Kilo Bravo 0, Lima Tango Tango. I think it's Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, Bob, I'm going to say, I don't remember what the designation was, A, B, C, or D, but I believe those aircraft were all used by the Navy as well as the Marine Corps. QSL?
Yeah, QSL. I was had to listen to you on the web SDR site, but that was Delta, so we've got you down for Delta. And we'll give you a call on the 73. We understand if it's not convenient at that point since you are mobile. Glad you checked in today. Okay, I don't think anyone else was a short timer, so let's go to the top of the list. John, W7AJN, W2WLD. John, you're up.
W2WLD, W7HJN. Good morning to all the flyers out there on the net, especially to you, Bill. I think we're a little bit hotter here than in Scotia. We have 92 degrees right now. It's going up to 110 today. So that's a little bit warmer than Scotia, I bet. Anyway, both the ladies are doing fine. No health problems here right now. And on your question, Bill, I'm going to say, what do they have in common? I'm going to say alpha and delta. Alpha and
Okay, I think you passed it back. I was copying you on Utah. Alpha and Delta for John. Very good, John. Let's go to Brian, WB5DRI, W2WLD. Brian, you're up.
Okay, Bill, real fine. W2WLD and the net. This is WB5DRI. Brian down here in San Antonio. Well, good morning again, Bill, and good morning to all the flyers and to the net. Nice day down here in San Antonio. I think we're about 85, and we're going to be about 99 for the high, which is about normal for us this time of the year. Pretty good conditions this morning. I'm hearing most folks on the electric radio or on the SDRs very loud. So not too bad a condition. Anyway, good to be here. Great question, Bill. I think I'm going to say that all of those things were common to those three aircraft and go with that and see how that comes out. I really am not positive about the Buffalo aircraft, but I'm going to say all four of those things, Alpha through Delta there. And did want to some housekeeping on the net logger. I think Justin didn't get added to the net logger yet. I don't see KB7LAK on there yet, so he needs to be added to the net logger. Okay, thanks again, Bill, for getting us all in there this morning. And let me turn it back to you. W2WLD, WB5DRI, back to that. Good morning, everybody.
Very good, Brian. Yeah, I've got him on my list, KB7LAK, so I'm sure that we will add him to our list on NetLogger. Very good. And got your answer is you're not taking any chances. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. All right, let's go to a guest, Harold, November 9 Papa Tango uniform. Running a bit more power today. You've got a nice signal, Harold. Go ahead, take a turn. N9PTU, W2WLD, you there?
N9PTU, you're up, Harold.
No, I guess he might have gotten called away. We'll try him on the 73. Let's go to Steve, Kilo Quebec for Hotel Juliet November. Steve, go ahead, take your turn. K4YDB, you there, Steve? Guess not. Let's go to the boss. K1BOB, W2WLD. Bob, you're up.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Nice signal. I'm hearing about everybody on the electric radio here, and good net. Thank you, John and Leon, for doing the net logger there. And Mike, if you're still listening, I put an email out to all the net controllers. I had two questions from Sparky, and I'm going to divvy them out to the first two that want them. And Mike already raised his hand. So there's another question out there. He gave me two. I figured you could use one of them. If you want to add your own bonus question, go ahead. They're lengthy enough as they are. Let's see. Thanks, Carl, for that. Let's see. Lynn's down at the airport in Boise, picking up my daughter's family 2 grandkids, and they're going to come up here and run around and have fun. Let's see, and as always, I'll have to let all the water out of the hot tub after they're gone from all the soap and stuff, and the tomfoolery that goes on with those 2 toddlers. Okay, let's see. Question. That's a good one. That's some older stuff there, except for the A7, I think. I was in the Air Force, maybe when that was flying. The cannons count as a 20-millimeter cannon, count as a machine gun? They're usually called cannons. I think 2 had machine guns, and 1 had a cannon, a dual cannon, 20 mic there. Maybe you can chew on that, Bill. Otherwise, cannons are usually called cannons because of the higher caliber and the slower, sometimes slower rate of fire. It depends. Anyway, answer Bravo, designated as fighters. No, I can just look. The Buffalo is called the F, that meant fighter, and the A stands for attack, a ground attack aircraft. So I don't think they were all designated as fighters. That would be a no. Charlie, they all had folding. I don't think any of them did, so there might be an answer you're looking for. I don't think they all did. I don't think any of them had folding wings, because the A7 was just it didn't need them. It was just short, stubby delta wings, and the others were kind of old stuff. Anyway, used by Navy and Marines. I think they all were. I bet you they all were used by the Marines and the Navy. I hope that answered the question somehow. K4YDB, back to W2WLD.
Yeah, it certainly did, and no, I did not count a cannon as a machine gun, so you had that figured out correctly. And it got you down, Bob, for Charlie and Delta. Let's go to John, WA6LJS, W2WLD. Good morning, John.
Okay, good morning, Bill. W2WLD, this is WA6LJS. Well, so far I'm hearing most everybody locally. You're up to a good S7 here now. Bob was hitting a 9 there. And Lee, of course, was a little over 9, so it's not too bad today. But I think it's better than yesterday for sure. Well, it's clear blue sky. It's about 64, I think, and we're going to have a hot one again today. They're predicting way up into the, probably into the 90s, and but plenty of sun, so it's looking nice. I'm going to copy the commander there. I have no idea. So I think let me look around. Well, Lee didn't get his call in there. I think he was Charlie and Delta though. So anyway, put me down for Charlie Delta. Other than that, thanks Lee for picking up on that logger for us. Appreciate that. I wish more of the members would chip in on that. Anyway, I'll be here to the bottom. Bill, back to you. W2WLD, WA6LJS.
Yeah, okay, John. Was it yesterday you were trying to do net logger and net control?
Say again?
Yeah, yesterday, weren't you doing both net logger and net control?
Yeah, I was, and that's one of the reasons I got screwed up. Coupled with that doggone radar that came in there. And now I've got another phone call coming. Yeah, that's fun to do that, Bill. Over.
Well, you're a better man than I am, John. Very good. Got your answer, Charlie Delta. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI. Joe, you're up.
Yeah, W2WLD, W5ABI. Good morning, Bill, and the rest of the flyers. Overcast day here in Las Cruces. Let me see, it's about 82, supposed to go up to 95. So it's cooling down a little bit here, and we're getting a little bit of rain, better than nothing. Let me see, on your question. You know, on the Hancock, we had A4s, and I don't think their wings hold it up. The Spads did, the old non-jet aircraft. I know their wings folded up. Anyhow, you know, I know the Navy and the Marine Corps had them, and I'm going to go with Alpha. I'm going to guess that they had machine guns or cannons. So put me down for Alpha and Delta, Bill, and I'll be here at the bottom. W2WLD, W5ABI.
Very fine, Joe. Got you down for Alpha and Delta. let's see. Lee, N5B Bravo Echo. You going to be able to take your turn, Lee? Go ahead.
Well, I tell you what. Good morning, Bill. W2WLD N5B. There's one thing about NetLogger: you cannot nod off, nor can you run to the bathroom. So, my admiration continues to deepen. So, among other things, I'm wondering if there's a trap here in this question. And I know you can be devious at times, Phil. So I want to make a disclaimer with my answer, okay? I'm assuming the question is on the SBD, not the A-24, which is, never served in the Navy or the Marine Corps. So I'm going on the assumption that it's an SBD question along with the other aircraft. So with that qualification, I'm going to say Charlie and Delta. Bob sniffed most of that out there. So anyway, that's my asterisk next to my answer, Bill. W2WLD N5BE.
Boy, Lee, I'm really hurt. A trap? Me? Or devious? We'll see how this turns out. I did write down Charlie and Delta for you. Let's try another Lee. W4PUO. Lee, you're up.
W2WLD, Net Control. This is W4PUO, Lee in Belleville, Texas. And I appreciate all the back and forth on this question, but I'm really not too familiar with the Navy airplanes. But I think from just reasoning it out and hearing what some others have said, I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta, Bill. Charlie and Delta. And in the Air Force airplanes, we didn't have to fold up the wings very often. And when we did, it was usually fatal. But that's a whole nother story. So back to you, and I'll be around. W4PUO, back to net.
Okay, Lee, very good. Well, when the Navy was using biplanes in the early days, they didn't have to fold the wings. That would have been a trick. But once the monoplane started, you pretty much have to, with the space available on a carrier, the size of the elevators, what have you. Okay, let's try Willie. KJ5BWB, W2WLD. Willie, you're up.
W2WLD in the net from KJ5BWB. Hopefully y'all can hear me all right. Band conditions are what they are. But this is a fun question. It actually, I was sitting here looking up some aircraft, and I think I'm going to also have to say Charlie and Delta. I think I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta on this one. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. I just want to pass on a howdy, hello from Uncle Cliff, W5PIX. I was talking to him on 2 meters earlier, and he doesn't have an HF rig in that leased 18-wheeler yet. But he said he's got plans of putting a ham stick on there, so he can at least get to us mobily. He's not going to put an amp or anything in it, but it'll get him back on the air, so we'll hear from him hopefully soon. So drive safe, Uncle Cliff, and everyone else, have a happy 4th of July. I'll be here for the 7-3 round, so Charlie Delta, and we'll holler at y'all in just a little bit. W2WLD, KJ5BWB. Y'all, thanks for this question.
Well, if you hear from Uncle Cliff, please pass along our happy holidays, and we are looking forward to having him back again on the net. Thanks, Willie. Let's go to New Jersey, WB2JJO, W2WLD. You're up, Ray.
Than you can take a stick at. But then again, this is 14
are doing a beautiful job on the Lumsden SCR. So back with you there, Bill, and thank you for the question. We appreciate it. W2WLD, WB2JEJF.
Well, you're welcome, Ray, and I'm copying you very well on Utah number 2. Again, nothing locally, but that's we're so close. All right, let's try Georgia, see how that's coming in today. Charlie, K4YDB, thank you again for the live stream. Go ahead, Charlie.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Bill. Morning to all the flyers out there. Well, Bill, your signal's holding up quite nicely through the entire net. So you're on about a 7 over here. Not too awfully bad. Conditions are not that bad here. I'm hearing just about everybody. Right now it's currently 87 degrees here. Supposed to get up into the mid 90s today, and I've been out there in the yard all morning trying to get some stuff taken care of before it gets too awfully hot. The area I'm working in is right there next to the house in direct sunlight, so it's not very comfortable there. So I decided I'd come in and check into the net and see what was happening in the world. Right now, as far as the question goes, well, I've got Chris. Chris says he thinks it's going to be Delta, and Cliff chose Delta, but I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta. W2WLD, K4YDB, I'm back to net.
Charlie and Delta for Charlie. Okay, Charlie. Saying good morning again to Chris at KS5KY, who's receive only today. Let me try to reach Jim, W6WAY, W2WLD. You're up, Jim.
Okay, thanks, Bill. Let's see. It's 75 degrees here, and it's supposed to get to 90 today. Anyway, let's see. Well, you're 5 and 9 here on the SPR, incidentally. Let's see, I'm on the right antenna. I got my amp on. So you shouldn't stop you nothing. Anyway, my answers are C and D also. So just put me down for that. And thanks for running the net, Bill.
Okay, very good. Well, you're booming into Utah number 2, Jim. Solid copy. I'm also hearing you on the local. A little rougher copy, however. Okay, Charlie Delta. Let's try Russ. Good to have you in there again, Russ. K8 Alpha Fox. W2WLD.
W2WLD from K8AF. Good morning, everybody. And sorry I haven't been checking in. I had to get a hip replaced. The first one was done 25 years ago, courtesy of the military, and it finally wore out. So had to get that done, and just been convalescing. So I'm on the mend, and things are feeling better. So hopefully I won't be as scarce on the air anymore. So I'll say Charlie Delta for the trivia today, and I hope everyone has a good 4th of July. Thank you everybody for your service, and God bless all the people that are still serving. So I'll give it back to you, Bob. W2WLD from K8AF.
Very fine, Russ. Well, I'm familiar with hip replacement. I did not have one, but the XYL has had both done. And I can only hope that your recovery is as quick and easy as hers. Of course, she's a tough lady, farmer's daughter from Minnesota. All right, let's go to Frank. N4GYY, W2WLD. Frank, you're up.
I'm not going to say it's a fine morning in Louisville today. Right now we're 87 degrees and expected to get close to 90, but the heat index is supposed to be well above 100. So it's going to be nice. our dew point's above 70, so all you have to do is step outside and stand still, and you get soaking wet. So, that's the tropical area of Quebec. So, with that being said, I'd much rather be back in Montana where I was this time last month, and it was a whole lot cooler and a whole lot less humid. So, enough said on that. But I'm going to follow the lemon line here and go to Charlie and Delta, because I really don't have a clue. And I think there's some people out there that are a whole lot smarter than me when it comes to these older airplanes. So I'll do Charlie and Delta. And with that, Bill, I'll send it back to you. W2, WLD, 8 and 4, GYY.
Yeah, great signal in upstate New York between an S8 and an S9. And got another lemming here, Charlie Delta. Very good, Frank. Hopefully Justin can hear me. I may need help. I don't think I heard him the first time. KB7 LAK, W2 WLD. Justin, you're up.
I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me, KB7 LAK?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay, fine business. Well, happy Idaho Statehood Day to this Utah resident who grew up in the Gem State. So happy whatever birthday it is, 134 days, 134 birthdays for Idaho. Put me down for Charlie and Delta, and I'll just go with the lemmings. I always go with what Bob says because I'm usually not wrong. He's a lot smarter than me. That's why he made those quick when I did. All right, that's all I got. I'll be here till the bottom.
Solid copy, Justin. So we got a fairly decent pass this morning. Okay, got your answer, Charlie Delta. Let me try Jim, Kilo India 7, Hotel Sierra Whiskey. Jim, you're up.
Yeah, W2DWL. Let's see, KI7HSW, and we are en route. I probably should have mentioned I'm mobile. We're en route in Oregon to Washington. I think I'm going to look at the tap here, 64 out currently, and we're on Highway 84. And let's see, the Charlie and Delta, I'm going to just jump in there with the group because I don't particularly know. And unfortunately, my brother, who's a retired Air Force colonel, probably would have a better idea than me, but he's not here. So, back to you, Bill. KI7HSW.
Fine, Jim. If I had known you were mobile, I would have moved you up. But you got a great signal, S7, hitting upstate New York, and another Charlie Delta. Drive safe. Let's see. Let's try Brian, KK7, Golf Bravo Echo, W2 WLD. Brian, you're up. KK7 GBE W2 WLD, you there? Okay, maybe just lurking there, listening on NetLogger. Let's go to Northern California. Bob, NX6RG, you're up, sir.
I think he's receive only on the NetLogger there, Bill.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Missed that. Let me take a quick look. Break. I do see Cliff there. I don't think he's able to transmit, though. W5PIX, got your answer as Delta. Delta. Are you near a transmitter? No, I didn't think so. Well, good morning to you, Clifton. Have a happy 4th of July, and we can't wait to get you back in the group. Okay, did I miss anyone on the original list? Did I miss anyone? Call now. Nothing heard. I'll go over the question quickly here, and then we'll ask for any late check-ins and then start our 73 round. The question was, what do the following U.S. Navy carrier-based aircraft have in common? And that was the SBD Douglas Dauntless, the Brewster F2A Buffalo, and the Douglas A4 Skyhawk. The SBD Dauntless was a 1940s vintage aircraft, and it was a Scout bomber. Douglas, that's where the SBD came from. Some people thought it was slow but deadly. They were deadly during the Battle of Midway. They actually were responsible for dispatching 2 carriers. That aircraft, well, I'll go over the answer in a minute. The F2A, Brewster F2A Buffalo, a 1939 vintage fighter, was actually the Navy's first monoplane fighter. And the Douglas A4 Skyhawk, we had those on the Forstall in the mid-70s when I was there, an attack fighter. So, let me go through the options. All were armed with machine guns. No, we didn't count the cannon, so the A4 did not have machine guns. All were designated as fighter aircraft. That's not true. We just went through the dive bomber, the Dauntless. It was not a fighter aircraft. None had folding wings. That is in fact true, and that's where I thought I might fool some people. Almost all, well, I would say all aircraft today on carriers have folding wings, but none of these 3 had folding wings. And yes, all were in fact used by both the Navy and the Marine Corps. One of them, as I was doing the research, the Marine Corps usage did not pop up readily, but once you scanned enough sources, I found out that it did. So the correct answer was what most of you got, Charlie and Delta, break. Okay, before I start the 73 round, are there any late check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club net? Call now.
Relay K1BOB, WX7 Lima Lima tried to get in there just before the question. Art, W7 X-Ray Lima Lima, Bill.
Yeah, would you try to bring him in?
Yeah, Art, WX7 Lima Lima, K1BOB, relay. Art, take your turn. We kind of missed you a little bit. He's talking. He gives us 73, Bill, says it's a beautiful day in Phoenix. K1, BOB, back to net.
Okay, thank you, Bobby. I could not hear him at all. I did pick him up faintly on Utah number 2, however. All right, let's see. Well, let's go ahead and start the 73 round. I want to hit our mobiles first. Let's see. Well, let's go back to Larry. KB0LTT W2WLD is 73. Yeah, I think he signed off the first time. How about KB0L? Let's see, I got him. LTT and KI7HSW. Jim, 73.
WF2, WLD, KI7HSW. I'm right in the middle of a canyon here, so I'm not certain if I'm going to hear you too well. You'll hear me now at this point. We've got some pretty tall rocks around us, left and right of us, so we'll definitely have to say 73, and I appreciate you having me on your net.
Yeah, it sounds like pretty scenery out there. Again, drive safe, Jim. Glad you were able to make it this morning. All right, let's go to the top of the list. Bob, would you check and see if Don wants to give a 73?
Yeah, Don's showing here. This is K1BOB, and Don, take it, 73 round.
Bill, thank you for running the net and getting me in there. Appreciate it. And Bob, thank you for going to show and asking for me. Well, I got half the answer right. Anyway, everybody ride the net via K4YDB. This is K0Z73. All have a great day.
K1BOB, back to net control.
Okay, have a happy 4th, Don, and Bob, thank you for the simulcast. John, W7AJN, 73 rounds.
W2WLD, W7AJN. Thanks for a good net, Bill. A good question, very interesting. I got it half right. I don't know whether that's not for anything at all, but half right, better than this, they're all wrong. Anyway, good day. Thanks for the guys that are doing the logging. Very, very, very helpful. Give everybody 7-3. Hope you have a wonderful day, and hope to see you tomorrow. W2WLD, W7AJN.
Okay, John, very fine, 73. I got to admit, I was a skeptic when, I think it was Mike that brought up using NetLogger, but boy, is it a great tool. And I do think it's responsible for bringing some additional members into our group. Okay, let's go to Brian, WB5DRI, W2WLD, 73, Brian.
Okay, Bill, real fine. W2WLD, WB5DRI. Well, great net. Enjoyed it as always, and I guess my shotgun approach got me half right. But I definitely learned some things about some Navy aircraft this morning, Bill, so it was a good thing. Anyway, everybody have a great day and a wonderful 4th of July if I don't talk to you on the 4th. 73s to all the flyers, and thanks again, Bill, for getting us all in there this morning. Good day, everybody. WB5DRI, back to net.
And a good day to you, Brian, 73. Let me try quickly, see if Harold is back. N9TTU, Harold, are you there? No. How about Steve, KQ4HJN, are you there? Nothing heard. It's up to the commander, K1BOB, W2WLD. First one to get the right answer, Bob. Congratulations. Go ahead.
Well, K1BOB, W2WLD. When you start giving the answers, I kind of get this twinge of, oh, I forgot something. He's more devious than I thought on this, but it really weren't all that devious. I could see how the cannon machine gun thing would mix some folks up. Anyway, nothing else. Thank you, John. Thank you, Leon. And thank you for a nice net and keeping it moving, Bill. Very good, and a nice big bunch today. Well done, sir. K1BOB.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Speaking of John, WA6LJS, 73, John.
Okay, thank you, Bill. W2WLD, this is WA6LJS. Yeah, good question. I wouldn't have got it if I hadn't copied the commander. I didn't have any idea on that one. But Leon's doing a good job keeping up with the NetLogger. I've been kind of sitting in the sideline there, make sure everything looks good there. Of course, the stations are a little bit out of order, but I think you mentioned that, Bill, in the morning that you would to ignore that, and so we didn't move anything around. And it's the net controller's prerogative how he wants to run things. So thanks again, Bill. W2WLD, WA6LJS.
Okay, John. Yeah, I've got my own system here, and it's not essential that it match up entirely. As long as I don't miss anyone, and I get the people that want to be in and out or out early, or the mobiles pretty far up the list. But it sure is a big tool and a big help. And thank you for starting it today, John. Joe, W5ABI, 73.
Yeah, W2WLD, W5ABI. Yeah, Bill, I'm a little ashamed of myself on that one. I must have had a brain fog. I saw many A4s come up from the hangar bay, and I'm sure that their wings were folded up. So that one's on me. Anyhow, thanks for running the net. Happy 4th of July to you and all the flyers. W2WLD, W5ABI.
Very good, Joe. Yep. Well, I was looking at A4s in the mid-'70s, so that was quite a while ago, but I had a good friend that flew A4s. I knew quite a bit about the aircraft. And no, the wings never folded, at least not on purpose. Leon, N5, Bravo Echo. Great job today, Leon. 73 round.
Yeah, W2WLD N5BE. Well, I couldn't have done it without John and Mike's tutelage, so I'm still learning, and the muscle memory is starting to take effect, so things will get better and better, I think. A couple of comments about two of those aircraft. The Brewster Buffalo is interesting because when the Marine Corps had them at Midway, and they flew combat air patrol with them at Midway, they got slaughtered, and most of them were shot down. The interesting thing is the Finnish Air Force had a bunch of Brewster Buffaloes and loved them and racked up a lot of kills against the Russians during the Finnish-Russia war before, World War II got going. So, different theaters, different outcomes. And the A4, when I was covering Top Gun, when they were one of my customers, I got the full brief from them on their aircraft, and that A4 that they had the big engine in it, and they had some other aero mods that were a little sneaky, and you did not want to get in a knife fight in a phone booth with that airplane. That thing would just make you look silly. So the airplane continued well after its fleet days as an aggressor aircraft at the aggressive squadrons and at Naval Fighter Weapons School. So a little background of both of those. W2WLD N5B. Love that question, Bill.
Very fine, Lee. Very good. And I always enjoy when you relay some of your experience. All I can say is you've been around, Lee. How about Cassugo, Lee? W4PUO, Lee, 73. W4PUO, W2WLD, you there?
Yeah, W2WLD, W4PUO. Sorry, I was away from the desk there for a minute. Thank you, Bill. And I just had a comment about the cannon versus machine gun thing. I flew two airplanes that had the M61 in it, the Gatling gun. It had 6 barrels and 6,000 rounds per minute. That's a pretty nice machine, but it fired cannon bullets, and so I don't know what you want to call it, but I think it qualifies as a machine gun. And I'm not sure what the SBD had. I thought it had a single cannon that was like 50 caliber. I'm not real sure about that. But you Navy guys ought to know the answer to that. 73's Bill, thanks for doing the net. I've enjoyed it today. W4PUO, back to you.
Mighty fine, Lee. Let's try Willie, KJ5BWB, W2WLD, 73. KJ5BWB, you there? I don't know what happened to Willie. Let's try Ray, WB2JJO, W2WLD, 73, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Charlie, K4YDB, W2, WLD, 73, Charlie.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, good net today, Bill. Certainly did enjoy the question, and it was good. Conditions have held up pretty nicely here. I didn't hear Ray the last when he just gave his 73. That was about the only one I haven't heard so far. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day. I got to get out there and see if I can get some stuff done before it gets too awfully hot, if it's not already hot enough. Anyway, 73s, everybody. It's K4YDB back to net.
73, Charlie. Jim, W6WAY, 73.
Okay, Bill, it's W2WLD in the group, W6WAY, and let's see, this is happy 4th of July, and 73, everyone. This is W6WAY.
And happy 4th to you and your family, Jim. Russ, K8 Air Force, W2, WLD, 73.
72 WLD from K8AF. Yeah, 73, everybody. Have a good 4th of July. And I was lucky enough, even as an Air Force pilot, I got to fly and instruct in the A4 for a while with the Navy. And the biggest problem I had was every time I looked at the engine instruments, I only saw one set of engine instruments. And I was always used to looking and seeing two sets. So once I got over that, it was fun to fly. So 73, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. W2WLD, K8AF.
Okay, very good, Russ. Well, I'm a P3 driver, so I always felt most comfortable if I, as flying, when I looked to the left of me to see nothing but engines, and looking to the right, nothing but co-pilots. Frank, N4GYY, 73.
Yeah. Good net, Bill. Really enjoyed it, and I was hearing most people locally here, so that's something unusual to me. Yeah, I just kind of thought it was a lemon line, so I got that. I really had no clue. I thought the floating wing one was, or the not floating wing, I should say, was a good answer, but I wasn't sure about the Delta side. So when everybody else was playing Delta, I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and go along with it. Well, like I said, good net, good hearing everybody this morning. So we'll say 73 to everybody. W2WLD in the group, N4GYY, 73 out.
Okay, 73, Frank. KB7LAK, Justin, 73 rounds.
Hi, business, Bill. Great question. Great question. Love the A4. Really cool airplane. I remember seeing it as an air show as a kid. Probably been 40 years ago now. Really neat airplane, though. My dad was flying the F4 in the Yakima Air Fair, and we got to see all the other cool airplanes of the early 80s. So, anyway, 73's all. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, have fun at work tomorrow, England. KB7LAK.
Very good. 73. Looking down the list, I've got nothing left of people that were there the first time. Let's see, we got a pop-up on NetLogger. Ross, K8 Bravo Papa Zulu, if you're there, 73 round. Go ahead. No, I suspect he's probably a listener only. All right, did I miss anyone, or are there any final comments before we close the net? Over? Nothing heard. This has been the Wednesday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Thank you to all who participated as check-ins. Special thanks to those that helped with relays, and special thanks to John, WA6LJS, and Lee, N5BE for NetLogger. Thanks to Charlie for that beautiful display that he provides on the live feed. Let's see. I think that's it. So everyone have a great 4th of July holiday, hopefully with family, and stay safe. This net is now closed. W2WLD clear.